Hey, hey, OmniDogs and OmniKittens. It's OmniDog live on a Thanksgiving day. Thank you for tuning in and asking me questions and finding out what my favorite comics were of 2018 so far. We still have a month to go, but I kept a list this year at the suggestion of Lewis Ugly McGregor. And as you can see, it's pen and paper because I'm old and don't have a spreadsheet figured out yet. But these are all the books I've read so far. And there's just one line for all battle worlds and war zones. So that's really like and ETL, I was hoping that you'd be able to see my sweater today. Yeah, this is one of my faves. Thank you, ETL. I appreciate that. Nashvillans already likes this video. Thank you. Jesse Say What? Thank you for tuning in. I look distinguished. Where's my pipe? I don't actually smoke a pipe, but I've always wanted to smoke a pipe, but I never have. I should take that up sometime. I should have taken that up when I was in Vegas because I was all alone, and that would have been a good place to start up a filthy new habit in Vegas, but I didn't. So yeah, I need to try that the next time my wife's out of town. Yeah, ETL, it is way chilly. This is like the coldest Thanksgiving in decades here in Virginia. It's barely 30 degrees and it's windy. So yeah, we're going out to Thanksgiving Brinner or Linner or whatever it is at 2 p.m. We're going to go out. So yeah, I got to be bundled up because it's cold here. We got to get you a pipe just for a prop. Oh, okay. I have a kind of smoking jacket that looks like something Elvis would wear. If I still fit into it, I should wear that someday. Happy Thanksgiving, Iron Cardinal. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop the clock, Cycle Cleveland. Yeah, so you can ask me. This is my last year at Thanksgiving. I did this where I just posted and said, if anybody has any questions they want me to try and answer, that's fine. And I thought I'd throw in what some of my favorite reads were this year, and maybe you can get some inspiration from me on what I liked. Some of you like what I like, and maybe you can get some inspiration and fill up those wish lists on IST. Jess, did you quit smoking? I did. I quit over a year ago, September of last year. Trigonosis, happy Turkey Day to you too, buddy. Trigonosis is responsible for a couple of books that I read that were good. Let's see. Shoot, what was Sidekick? Sidekick was great. Trigonosis recommended that. He also recommended Avengers World, which is should be read after Hickman's Avengers, and Trigonosis had some good suggestions. Thank you for quitting smoking. It is very hard to quit smoking. It was harder for me to quit smoking than it was for me to quit drinking. I'll tell you that much. I had the urge to do both out in Vegas, but fortunately I didn't do either. Trigonosis is still pushing for Sam and Twitch, which I haven't read, and I'm making no promises anymore. Peace and love, but I'm making no promises anymore on what I can read because I literally have books stacked on the floor now. I have too many books. Too many books. Yeah, I quit Funko Pops too. I may start selling some. I see a stack right there that could be room for books, and I may keep a few of them, but I think, well, gosh, some of them are glow in the dark and some of them are flocked. I'll be keeping those. But I may let some of the other ones go. Not Ralphie in the bunny suit. That's a keeper. It's a cold day to be camped out at Best Buy. I wouldn't do it this year in Maryland. No, Maryland's cold too today. Yeah, I would not want to be at Best Buy. Not at all. And thank you for my congratulations on quitting smoking, Cycle Cleveland. I didn't know you uh, quit smoking too. Yeah. Ralphie in the bunny suit. Yeah, you want to see it? Just a sec. It's a pop. I can get it real quick. We put this out every Christmas. It's pretty rare, and I won't lie, I did pay real money for this, but it's Ralphie in the bunny suit, and we put it out every Christmas. Because Christmas Story is almost as great as Napoleon Dynamite as far as movies are. Oh, Jeffrey Roberts, did you get my email? I got delayed sending it out, but Jeffrey Roberts was one of the guys that won in the 2,000 subscriber video giveaway, and it's going out tomorrow. I apologize, Jeffrey. Vegas took up a lot of my time. I didn't get a chance to send it out, but I will definitely send it out tomorrow. Same with Paul. Same with Paul, the other winner. And Trigonosis, yeah, 10-inch pops. That Hulk pop right there, I think, is a 10-inch pop. They're gigantic. They're crazy. Okay, good. Thanks, Jeffrey Roberts. So if there's no questions yet, I will tell you what some of my favorite books were, and maybe you will ask me questions about that, or you don't have to ask questions at all. You can do whatever you want. I appreciate the fact that there are a number of viewers in here that tuned in at all on Thanksgiving. Let's see. I just got done reading some Warzones books, and they were, show you the A's. MODOK Assassin, that was an A plus. It was great. E is for Extinction, that was an A plus. It's a take on Grant Morrison's X-Men. I thought that was an A plus. Hail Hydra, this was a solid B plus. So Warzone's book. Battle World Siege, this was an A. I loved this book. And I made videos on all these. And then one of my favorite ones was this Elsa Bloodstone Marvel Zombies, a book I said I thought I would hate, and I ended up loving it. Did I ever get Hobgoblin? Hobgoblin. I don't know that I got Hobgoblin. I think I just got Green Goblin. Hobgoblin. I'll have to look at my stack. I don't see Hobgoblin, and I don't want him. I'm going to keep Space Ghost, though. He's clear. That's really cool. Oh, Trigonosis, you're welcome. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Nick Schmidt. Thanks for tuning in. Michael Lombardo, sadly, we did not get to any strip joints in Vegas. Friday night, I got, it's not for lack of wanting to. Friday night, we did so much walking around in Vegas. We went to several comic book stores, vinyl record stores. We went to, and you know, we browsed around, and my knees were just aching really badly. So I had to go back and ice my knees, and then let's see, Gabe and I went out for 15-inch slices of pizza. They were like as big as your head. They were gigantic, and we had a really hot waitress who was very friendly to us, and I tipped her so much that my credit card sent me an email saying, "Did you mean to tip this much?" And I said, "Yes," because she was awesome. That was at the sports book at the Planet. Is it Planet Hollywood? Is that what they call it? You're not digging my cruising the space, not digging my sweater. ETL, what do you think about that? we seem to be split on my sweater. That's too bad. ETL, do you think these Battle World books will be collected into Omnis now that you bought them all? Yes. You can look forward to that second quarter of next year. There'll be 2 or 3 Omnis of these books. I almost can guarantee it. So also, this is why I'm not a gambler, because I'm terrible at gambling. I went to the sports book with Gabe. We had giant pizza there with the sexy, flirty waitress, and I said, Ohio State Buckeyes, they're playing Maryland tomorrow. Maryland's terrible this year, and Ohio State's halfway decent, even though they're really not. They were favored by 2 touchdowns, and I said, I bet Ohio State's going to mop the floor with them. Well, I bet $100 on Ohio State. I lost because Ohio State won by 1 point, 52-51 or something stupid. And that's all I gambled. I lost $100. I said, that's it. I didn't gamble anymore. I'm a terrible gambler. Blackjack, poker, I suck. So I know not to do that. Yeah, not a good gambler at all. And I don't drink, so it was actually kind of a tough place to be. It was good to have Gabe there because he knew where to go and he knew all the places to eat and stuff. We went to In-N-Out twice, so that was fun. And of course, I got my book signed by Adam Hughes and J. Scott Campbell, so that was great. Another book that I read, a series that I read, Harrow County. Loved Harrow County. If you haven't read this, the library edition is now out for, I think it's the first 2 books. And this is well worth it. If I didn't own the trades already, I definitely get the library edition because it is so great. I loved Harrow County a lot. Another book that I read that I loved was Hawkeye, Kate Bishop Hawkeye. I dug her. That was by Kelly Thompson, I think. Yeah, and I dig her, and I dug the art. It's this kind of cartoony art, but it's okay. I dug it. It was perfect for Kate Bishop, and I really loved this. And A-Force. That some of this stuff didn't come out this year. It's just that I read it this year. Some of this stuff could be 2 or 3 years old, like these Battle World books were 3 years old. A-Force, really liked A-Force. This was like a follow-on from the War Zones book. This was a really good. I think I'd like to read this again. I really enjoyed it. This was the year of the recommendation. Riley is about 15 for 15 on his recommendations for me. Here was one of the best recommendations, Elektra. There's 2 of these. This is the second volume. Reverence, what's the first volume called? Bloodlines. And the art is by Del Mundo, who is, of course, crazy great. And Elektra kicks ass in this book. So if you have an Elektra need, definitely you want to pick up these 2 Elektra books. And of course, it's in my top 12, All New Wolverine. I love Laura. I love X-23. I love Honey Badger. I love the little pet Wolverine. I love everything about this. This is by Tom Taylor, and I love it. Love it. And I like his X-Men Red. That was a good book too, X-Men Red. I wonder if I wrote that down. X-Men Red features X-23 and Honey Badger. I don't think I wrote that one down. I need to do that. But yeah, All New Wolverine. I can't recommend it enough. It's super fun. No, this Elektra's right. Unlike an Ohio State bet. That's why I don't gamble, because I suck at it. So yeah, no, this is just two. I'm sorry, Elektra's just two trades, and I don't think All New Wolverine has been solicited as anything yet. Not an omnibus, and not even oversized hardcovers. If I'm wrong, tell me in the chat. I don't recall hearing any of that. Um, oh, Gabe must be watching because he just sent me a picture of the girl that was our waitress at the sports book. She was very nice. Thanks, Gabe. Why am I getting that weird? Okay, that was weird. Hey, Jess, took a break from watching, but I'm back. If you could go back from where you started collecting books and had the chance to set parameters for yourself, would you? Only hardcover or some books digital? Oh, that's a good question. I think I'm happy the way I do it, where I am willing to trade hardcover weight on some books, and on other books, like Kill or Be Killed, I'm not willing to wait for the hardcover, so I just buy paperbacks. I probably wish I had started collected editions earlier, which would have saved me money based on how much floppies cost. I just remember writing some really big checks to Third Eye Comics in Annapolis. Not that they don't deserve it; they totally deserve it. Yeah, she got 100% tip. ETL, you're right. So I think the parameters I've set are just to buy what I like in what the particular format I like, and if I'm willing to wait, what's a book that I'm waiting on now? Well, Batman by Tom King. I'm waiting for those in deluxe editions. All those Rebirth books, whatever comes in a deluxe edition, I'm willing to wait for. But some books I'm not willing to wait for. Black Monday Murders, Kill or Be Killed, those Harrow County. I don't know when Harrow County's library editions are going to be done, but I wanted to read it now, and I wanted to read it during October, the spooky month. So I think this is the way I like doing it. But that's a good question. Yeah, and there's Gabe Infinity Watch. Right on, Gabe. Thanks for sending me the picture of our friendly waitress. Gabe had a rap going with her. Gabe the Babe is a smooth talker. I noticed that. He had a rap going with this pretty waitress. I was impressed. Jeffrey Roberts, I was a fan of the Rams when they were in St. Louis. I followed the Rams from LA to St. Louis via DirecTV, and I'm even happier that they're back in LA, where I first started liking them when I was a wee lad of 8 years old. Yes, that was back in 1967, which is a long time ago, over 50 years ago. God, that's crazy. Another book that I loved, and I think that I can recommend this to everybody out there. I think everybody agrees. I haven't seen, I don't think, a single negative comment on it, is Descender. Beautiful artwork, wonderful story, like watercolor artwork with a great story. I just love Descender. That's another book that I'm just going to get in paperback, although it would benefit from oversized pages because I want to read it right away. Now, Injection's a book I trade weighted on and got the hardcover this week from In Stock Trades. And same with Silver Surfer Omnibus. I got that. I waited on that one. Jesse Saywat, still doing Marvel Cosmic Read. Yes, I am, starting January 1st. I pushed it back a month so I can catch up on some things, some thin trade paperbacks so I can read them and review them and things like that. But yeah, I'm still doing the Cosmic read through, which is right behind me, I think. Where is it? Part of it's there, and the other part of it's here. So yeah. Oh, Gabe, you never read Descender? I think you'd really like it. It's really good. There's Matt Miranda. What's up, buddy? ETL, I believe I'm starting with Thanos Redemption. That's what Gabe told me to read. And then I'm going to read Annihilation, then Annihilation Conquest, and then the 3 War of Kings, Realm of Kings, King of Kings, Road to Realm to Roar of Kings, those 3 books. So I'll read that. I'm going to ETL, I'm going to read Thanos Redemption before Annihilation because that's what Gabe told me to do. Are you going to do Superman Exile Omni before Cosmic stuff? Oh, do you need a review of that? I see it right down there. That might be a good book for me to review. I haven't read any Superman in a long time. That might be a good idea. Gabe wants the hardcover for Descender. That is going to be beautiful because that art is phenomenal. That art is great, and so is the story. So I can see holding out for that. Let's see, Suicide Risk 1 through 6. That was a great read. Thanks to Peter M for that one. I loved Suicide Risk. That was great. Dr. Aphra. I loved reading Dr. Aphra this year. Let's see, Fury Max, My War Gone By. That was good. Oh, Punisher Platoon. That was awesome. Punisher Platoon. That's a Frank Castle story, really. More than a Punisher story, but it's really well done. Gosh, I like that story. Let's see, Black Hammer. I read the second trade, and I will be upgrading there. So I'm not necessarily the most consistent guy. I will be upgrading to the library edition from Black Hammer. Couple of things that I didn't like. I still haven't read a Black Panther run that I really like. I loved the movie. I love the concept of the character, and I love everything about it. But I really haven't read a book about Black Panther, a series, except for the Secret Invasion tie-in that was really good. But I just haven't read anything on Black Panther that I've really liked. I know it's kind of my problem. Let's see, new Guardians of the Galaxy #1 out next year with Donny Cates. Add to the Cosmic lot. Okay. Donny Cates on Guardians of the Galaxy. That'll be great. And I do actually have lots of Guardians of the Galaxy books. I want oh, the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff is already in the War of Kings, Realm of Kings, Road to War of Kings books. Those were the hard to find ones. The new Cosmic stuff by Coates is really good. Gabe said, I like how Walmart has become the go-to site for books that sold out like Power Rangers. Yeah, and Colossal King Conan. That's where I ordered mine from Walmart. Terry Askew says, the new one they're doing now is pretty good. The Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda is a little different, but I like it in the art. Okay, well, if it's good, I'll read it, but I just haven't dug Black Panther. Let's see, Planetary, we did a read-through on that. I love that. Global Frequency, Irredeemable. Of course, I love both of those. Here's a book that doesn't get enough love, but it's also frustrating to collect because apparently it's really slow to come out. I read all 4 volumes, and it's still being released like once every year or something. Copperhead. Copperhead's great. It's like a Western in space with aliens and conspiracy and a backstabbing mayor, and it's a woman sheriff and her alien deputy, and the woman sheriff has a kid. I loved Copperhead. Yeah, I really loved Copperhead, so that was a good book. Dan Gilmore, what's up, buddy? Happy holidays to you too. Let's see. Another recommendation from Riley Moore was the Red Hulk series. Follow the Hulk, Scorched Earth, Planet Red Hulk, Fear Itself, Dracula, Hulk of Arabia, Haunted, Mayan Rule, and Red She-Hulk 1 and 2. Those were recommendations. Solid. I love those. ETL, I just started the Gail Simone's Domino this morning. It is pretty great. You can rarely go wrong with Gail Simone in any book. I totally agree. I think Clean Room's the greatest thing she's ever written. But is Domino, is that the new paperback that just came out, or are you reading it in singles? ETL, is that the new Domino trade that came out? Because if it is, maybe I'll pick it up on the big, huge Black Friday sale at IST. Let's see. Nick Munoz recommended Rock Candy Mountain 1 and 2. Great book. Kristen Robertson also recommended that. She knows the writer, artist. And I dug that a lot. Coyotes was great. Let's see. Here's number 3. Yeah, just a trade paperback volume came out last week. Okay. I will order that if you think that's good. I love Gail Simone. I read the 3rd volume of Joyride, one of my favorite books, and I loved this book. This is something that I'm going to be rereading forever. I would definitely upgrade this if they. I would definitely upgrade this if it ever came out, because I want to read this and read this and read this. So that's Joyride. Let's see. Cycle Cleveland recommended Eleanor and the Egret, and it was good. I enjoyed Eleanor and the Egret. Offbeat, but really interesting, quirky tale. I totally dug it. Michael Lombardo, what's Injection all about? New Deluxe came out this week. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know. It's a blind buy, but it's Warren Ellis, who has never let me down, and everybody's excited for it. So I'm definitely getting it. I have no idea what it's about, but I want it. I already ordered it. Banana Jester, if you go to IST, I got an email from IST late last night that they're having a Black Friday sale starting today, going through Monday, I think. Because they referred to it as Black Friday through Cyber Monday. Everything's more off, like 3% more off. Your loyalty discount is 3% instead of 2%. So I'm going to be finishing off my wish list on some of these books. And then they've got 4 days, 3 or 4 days where it's like IDW, Boom, and another independent publisher where there's special, like 37% off instead of 30% off. And then there's a manga publisher sale that's going on. Those are single day sales, but otherwise everything's for sale for much cheaper Black Friday. Yes, Michael Lombardo, I watched Castlevania. As a matter of fact, I watched season 1 on the way out to Las Vegas and loved it. And I watched Castlevania season 2, about half of it, on the ride back, the plane ride back. I'm still loving it. It's a great series, Castlevania. I love that show. Warren Ellis can do no wrong in my eyes. Yeah. Let's see, what else? Postal, of course, I finished this year. I loved Postal. The Eden verse. I can't recommend Postal enough. I loved it. And they're taking a break, but then Matt Hawkins is bringing it back. Matt Hawkins is underrated, in my opinion. Here's a guy who's neither overrated nor underrated. He is rated. Terry Moore, Motor Girl. Loved this book. It came with a blow-in card, and it's black and white, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. It was a powerful story. I dug it a lot. Whoops. And there's the card that came with it. Will Postal ever get a hardcover edition? Jesse, say what? That is a good question. I don't know the answer to that. I guess it depends on the guy that wrote it. You know, if Matt Hawkins wants it to be, he has to pony up his own dough, because it's pretty sure it's with Image, right? Yeah, it's with Image. So I think you have to pony up your own dough to start it up, and then you get all the reward coming back. So that's really up to him. That's his baby. And I will go off on a slight tangent on Boom Studios. Boom, what's going on? Why are you guys short printing so much? Irredeemable 4 and 5 sold out within like a day. That's an important book. And Power Rangers. I'm not a MMPR fan, but it shouldn't be that hard to get those books. I mean, you should be printing enough. I understand that you don't want to flood the market, but people need to be able to get the books. And same with Conan the Cimmerian and Colossal King Conan. Those things are hard to find, and that they shouldn't be hard to find right from the beginning. That's just a soapbox for right now. That's just not good planning by whoever's in charge of strategic sales or whatever. Tyler Trent says it is getting a hardcover. That's awesome. I don't think I'm going to upgrade, although I love it. I don't know. That is a good question. There's always tons of extras packed into the back of his books, Matt Hawkins' books. So that's really amazing that there's that much going on in the back of his books. Chris M., I just got a dozen-plus damaged box from I'm Modestly Very Happy. Did you mean IST? Terry Askew, which irredeemable books was that? There's 5 irredeemable premiere editions, and 4 and 5 sold out immediately. I mean, like, I don't even know if it was a week. And already they're hard to find. And Mark Wade, I asked him, and he said, I have no idea. I asked him at AwesomeCon, and he had no idea when Boom was putting it out. So that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Because you shouldn't be creating this kind of panicked atmosphere where somebody has to, sit by their computer and, hit the F5 key, refreshing until they can order it, and then boom, it's already gone. Or I guess if you're smart and you find out about Walmart, that's how you can get some books. I wouldn't have thought to, but fortunately I found out through, I think Kemi Jacob is the one that told me about getting Colossal King Conan through Walmart for dirt cheap. Okay, Chris M. did get a big box of damaged books from IST. Oh, here's something nice. Thank you. Banana Jester says, Jess, I just wanted to say that I am thankful for your channel and the Omni Bros. Your videos really do add a lot of happiness to my week. Thank you tons. Thank you so much. That is the nicest thing. Thank you, Banana Jester. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That really means a lot to me. Yeah, I don't know that Irredeemable is going to get reprinted. I would have thought they'd have reprinted it already. That's a classic book in my opinion. That should be an evergreen title. It shouldn't be hard to find in trade paperback and hardcover, one or the other. I get, but the trades are hard to find in Irredeemable, like 3 or 4 of them, and then 4 and 5 are hard to find. The only one I seem to see around is #1, which is really annoying. That's not cool at all. Another book that I enjoyed was the Hickman Readathon. That was great, especially it was Secret Warriors, Fantastic Four, Hickvengers, Architects of Forever, and then the follow-up book to that, the Shield book, and then Secret Wars after Hickvengers. That was great. Fantastic Four has spoiled me for Fantastic Four for now on. I loved the Hickman Fantastic Four. That was fantastic. Thanos by Jeff Lemire, 1 and 2, and then Thanos Wins by Donny Cates. That's great. I'd be happy to buy that. I may be willing to upgrade that, or I may stick to the trades. I don't know. But if you don't own it, wait, because it's coming out in oversized hardcover, and you definitely want to read that book. Those are 2 of the best Thanos stories I think I've read in a long time. Let's see. I read Heathen, Revelations. Already talked about Sidekicks. Saucer Country was great. Saucer State was great. Oh, the other book, Shield, Architects of Forever, and The Human Machine. Beautiful Darkness, not good at all. That was a root beer bath book. Not cool. Oh, thanks, Terry Askew. And thank you, Chris M. Those are kind words. I appreciate all of that. I'm thankful for all my viewers. Rogan Gambit was a good book. I enjoyed that. I think that was a Faria recommendation. Hexed I read and loved. Baby Teeth was great. I dug that. I read Ghosted and Moonshine. Moonshine was really good. I got to read the second copy of that coming out. And this is why I drive myself crazy. I've been waiting forever, and forever I mean 9 months, for the second Castle in the Stars to come out, and I've just been dying waiting for it. And it came out in September, and I still haven't got to it yet. I have to get to this book. I was counting the days until it came out, and I've just got so much to read. I need to set aside some time this weekend and read that. Then I read Ice Cream Man. That was a recommendation. That was great. And then all the Battle World books. I don't know. Maybe maybe I should post these in some type of format so people can just look. I don't know why anyone would generally care or not, but and then here's a book that I haven't read yet, except I read it in floppies. Ugh! I read it in floppy form. It's falling apart on me. Harley Quinn, Volume 2. That's what I'm going to be reading starting next week. That's what I'm postponing the Cosmic Readathon for, because I want to read my Harley. Anyone read The Whispering Dark? Dark Horse. Issue 2 came out yesterday. Good stuff. Was issue 1. Oh, okay. Good. Well, I look forward to collecting that in collected editions. Does anybody have any questions for me that I can possibly give you an answer to? I know some things about some things, but I've talked about what my favorite books were, and I can talk for about 5 more minutes, and then my daughter wants to play Red Dead Redemption with me before we have to go. And I go out in my controversial sweater. Another good book was Rumble. This was 4 books that I read about a god reincarnated as a scarecrow. Crazy concept, but really good book. Really liked Rumble a lot. Yarny Powell's, any news on a new Black Sad book? I have not heard about it. A new Black Sad. Jess, did you read Wayward this year, and do you remember liking it? Yes, as a matter of fact, it's on my list. I read it at the very beginning of the year in January, and I remember really liking it. Wayward 1 and 2 OHC. Yeah, I remember really liking it a lot. Kyler Stern. I highly recommend Wayward. I dug Wayward a lot. Let's see, there's God Country on the list. Gwenpool. I loved Gwenpool. Sorry She Came to an End. Black Bolt. That was a great book by Ahmed Saladin. Red Hood and the Outlaws. It's my favorite Rebirth book. Harley Quinn and this, the Gotham City Sirens Omni. About half of that was great, and then the other half was above average. Deadpool Minibus #0, that was good. So yeah, Satellite Sam OHC, that was really good too. Did I read Monstrous this year, or was that previous year already? I feel like I read Monstrous last year. I haven't read. It's in my stack to be read immediately. The 3rd volume that just came out. I think I'm gonna have to read volume 1 and 2 ahead of time so I could get caught up to speed again, because it's been so long between books. Tyler Trent trolling me hard here. Jess, on a scale of 9 to 10, how excited are you for the Viz and Kodansha manga sale on IST? I did notice that manga was on sale. That's yeah, no, on a scale of 9 to 10, I'm negative to 10 excited about that. I won't even be checking those books out. But for those of you who are, good for you. More power to you. Read your manga, enjoy your manga, and don't listen to me. I just couldn't get into it. Which company makes the best standard hardcover? I think Dark Horse. It's hard to argue with that. I think about the Hellboy volumes, Fear Agent. What else? Massive was a good quality, huge book. Ninth Wave of the Massive, that was good. Yeah, I agree. Dark Horse, definitely. How many books did I read this year? I don't know. I don't have them numbered. I've got, this page is full. I will number them if I type them up and list them. This page is full. And then this page by the end of the year will be full. Yeah, so that's Terry asked you which manga did you read. I've read 2. One was Monster. The other was Uzumaki. I did not care for Monster, but I loved Uzumaki. But it's a struggle for me to, I've been reading Western comics for so long, it's just a struggle for me to adapt to the different style of storytelling. And so that's on me. I mean, manga's wildly popular, and it should be. I think it's great. I wish I loved manga as much as everybody else in Omni Bros, except for Gabe does. You know, Riley's practically got a whole room of it. He loves manga so much. He's a voracious reader. Is definitive irredeemable hardcover worth the money? Never read comics before. No, absolutely not. Do not get definitive irredeemable, because it's only, that's the only one they released. They only released, and it's only like the first 12 issues, and then they stopped. So it doesn't continue on. The premiere editions took place of the definitive editions, and even the premieres are out of print. So you may have to read it on Comixology or however you get digital comics, unless you want to try and find the trade paperbacks, which is how I read it initially. But like 6 and 7 are badly out of print on Irredeemable. Half is mostly Battle World. This is a big chunk. That was about 30 books. Yeah, Boom is bad at keeping stuff in print. I don't understand why. Joshua McDonald, I would give Death Note a chance, Jess. As a person who refused to read manga their entire life, I can say I was greatly surprised by how good it was. As a matter of fact, I own Death Note, so I will be reading it at some point. And, of course, I own the infamous Akira box set, the Shakira box set. So, yeah, I'll be reading that, too. Yeah, and that'll probably be, I think I have Bat manga too. Batman in that form. Yeah, Terry Askew, that's hard to find the boys 3 and 5. No, I'm not going to be opening the Akira box before Cosmic. I need to read Harley Quinn and maybe Superman in Exile and a bunch of thin trades. Akira's probably next year. Wish me luck. I got the task of keeping Tolga Burke from buying too much at a Dutch Comic-Con this weekend. Fun. You guys are going to have a meetup? I think that's great. I think that is awesome. To have an Omnibro meetup like Gabe and I did is wonderful. Well, this is the 2-minute warning. My daughter just texted me. She's ready to play. So any questions I can answer before I go? Otherwise, I'm going to have to hop because Red Dead Redemption 2 is waiting for me. And like that. Well, I'm thankful for all you viewers. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for all the nice positive comments I get. I really appreciate all of you. And those 2 winners of the 2K giveaway, your books are going out tomorrow. So I'm not getting I'm not getting the Battle Angel Alita box. Kyler Stern. Everybody have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. OmniDog's Vault on YouTube, obviously, and OmniDog_Vault on Instagram, where I will be updating my Instagram to reflect my Las Vegas visit. So thank you so much for tuning in to the Thanksgiving episode. Peace and love. Peace and love.